What's going on, guys? Sean Don coming back with a technical analysis. Here we have Jacob Furland. Doing my best here. This is my second take of this video because the original iPhone video format did not work. So, doesn't matter. That's irrelevant. That's beside the point. Let's take a look. Your throw kind of reminds me of Rudy Winkler's. Pretty solid though. Let's take a look. Let's break it down. Little odd angle here. Can't exactly tell where 180 is in terms of the throw, but I imagine it's somewhere along this line towards the horizon from your feet. I don't know. Hard to say for sure, but lines look okay. Very right-sided. Looks like you're nice and stable. Your hips are underneath you. Posture is pretty good. Torso is pretty good. But it looks like the ball never really comes around the left side too much in the lines. But I mean, you do a good job with it. I think it's because you do a good job with the hips. Hips come forward a good bit here, but then you're going to shift back and set up that left side. Pretty good. Nice and stable. It looks through entry. Once again, I don't know where 0 is, but I assume it's like right there. That left side holds pretty good. Left leg's a little bit ahead, right leg's a little bit behind, but not bad. Stable. That's the big thing. That toe turn on the first turn. You could maybe get a little bit more kind of pendulum backwards here. Like I said, that left side's holding pretty well, but there's not much. As you see, your body kind of comes backwards before going forwards. Not a huge deal. Maybe just think about leaning back just a little bit more as the ball goes through 0. So this is kind of the part of your throw that reminds me of Rudy, is this right leg kind of coming low around the right. And then like this position right here is like very Rudy Winkler-esque, I think. That low right foot sweeping around, catch on the heel. It looks like you could be a little bit heavy on the right, but you do a good job of working out of it. I think it's part of that heel coming down. It gives you that stability and that pressure backwards to hold that left side. Heel comes down early, posture good. Shoulders, hips, knees. This is a really cool angle. You kind of see how it's just barely ahead of the ball, which is kind of the goal, in my opinion. Good patience. You do rise up a little bit through here, but it's not a big deal as you kind of stay at that level. I would say maybe just try to stay down a little bit more. You can see maybe that left leg kind of pulling back, but connection with the hammer looks pretty good. Orbit's not too steep. Same thing, heel first. Posture's pretty good. You settle back onto that heel. Same thing, interesting angle here. Like I said, if this is just after 0, you can see how the hips are just slightly ahead of the hammer. Lower body turning and working really well here. Left shoulder. A little bit of tension, but not bad because the hips are doing the right thing. Once again, you kind of see that tension through the shoulders, especially kind of through here. But then you really get back on the ball well on this catch. You can see literally that frame. Really back against the ball in the direction of 180. Hips going, same thing. Hips just slightly ahead of the ball. Left shoulder turning down and in just a little bit, but I don't think that's a huge deal. Your legs are still bent. You're turning with the ball well. And then you kind of come up again, but then you come back to that left side pretty well. And then you come through the finish and stick it once again. Rudy-esque. I don't know if you guys have the same coach or not, if you worked with Patty, but it kind of looks like you have, or if you haven't, it just looks like you watch a lot of Rudy Winkler's film. I could be totally wrong. Maybe you don't even know who Rudy Winkler is. I don't know. But yeah, Jacob, pretty solid throw. Let's just take another look. Yeah, I still think the biggest thing is you could be down in the legs just a little bit more. There is just you rise up just a little bit in each turn, and I think that causes your right foot to get down a little bit late. But overall, your connection to the hammer is pretty good. Your lower body movement and your hips and everything, you're turning with the ball pretty well. You just stand up just a little bit in single support. Um, yeah, a little up and down movement. It's like as you go, the ball goes to the sector, you rise up with it just a little bit, like right there. Very subtle, very subtle. And in the later turns, you can kind of see that left side kind of turn inside. Which I mean, tradition like back in the day, a couple years back, I would have said this is really bad, but I think with your where your hips are working, I don't think it's terrible. I think you could let the hammer get a little bit more ahead. I think there's a little bit of pull in through here, maybe a little bit too much, but like I said, my opinion on pulling has changed a bit. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world, as long as you're being patient with the ball and doing things right with the hips. Um, so yeah, stay down, be a little bit more patient. I think those are the biggest things that I can tell from this angle. So let me know if you have any questions. I'm here to help. If anybody else out there would like a technical analysis, go to SeanDonnelly.biz. Sign up now. $15. It's kind of the off season for a lot of people, even though this would have been NCAA weekend coming up, I think. As sad as that is. But yeah, now's a good time as any to start revamping your technique a little bit. So hit me up. I'm here to help. But in the meantime, Sean Don, peacing out. Until next time.